Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Star Wars The Old Republic Smuggler Edition. Now, when we left off, we had just killed a mad scientist, very sadistic fellow, and we had given the victim of his focus some mercy killing, shall we say. Yeah, we ended her suffering anyway. So, as you can see here, we have a mail from Agent Saganti, and he is not very happy, as you can see. I was never fooled, Captain. Not once. Your diplomatic immunity was obviously forged, even if I couldn't prove it. Without that document, rest assured I would have seized and searched your vessel. I know I would have found enough contraband, Taris artifacts to put you away for a good long while. As for Thorn, she managed to escape Taris on a suspiciously quick schedule, but you already knew that, didn't you? Don't think for a second you've gotten away with anything. I know you're kind. Someday you'll make a mistake, and I'll be there to see it. Catch you later, Agent Saganti. Yeah, he's going to crop up, I think. He's going to crop up at another spaceport somewhere, and he's going to attempt to catch us, of course. But we will not allow that to happen, of course, we will not. So, oh, I'm going the wrong way, of course I am. Well, at least we get to ride on Jeff a little bit. It's not usual that we actually get to ride on him on Nar Shaddaa, because there are a lot of indoor areas, and you never usually get to ride your mount in them, which is kind of sad, but I suppose that is the way of things. Casinos and everything, you know, casinos are not going to allow mounts or animals inside, are they? Anyway, let's go into the pleasure barge once more and speak to Garam, and hopefully we will be able to... See, that's the thing, I don't really want Druga to eat the last of a species. I think that's kind of a waste, to be honest, but I suppose we do have those samples that we can take, the forensic samples we can take back to Coruscant, and we can speak to... Is it Daruda? I think it's Daruda or something along those lines. So hopefully we'll be able to do that. Oh, it seems as though Garam is standing on the left side this time. Usually he stands on the right, doesn't he? Well, let's see what he has to say.
We are so very impressed you survived SWTOR. Congratulations.
Did that female Shanjaru fly here?
The repulsor lift cage made a dramatic entrance during the 27th course. The Great Feastmaster was excessively delighted by his female specimen's return. As we assured you, his interest in your Shanjaru was renewed. Druga has already contacted your associate to arrange the details.
Our Shanjaru will be there shortly, Druga dear.
You could repopulate the galaxy. Give the beast a second chance.
Love
to, but I need to install that prototype engine. Maybe next time?
Come on, Risha. Don't leave this hut hanging.
It's a date, Druga. Come see me when you're ready to lift off, Captain.
The Wookiee's final performance begins.
Doesn't get much worse than that.
Perhaps we should find a quiet corner. This may get messy. The gambler refuses to repay his debt to Druga, so the Wookiee is now property of the Great Feastmaster.
Hang on, Bodar. I'll save you.
Oh, here we go. Okay, so we actually get to fight our own Gundark. This is quite amazing, because obviously the crazy old man on Ord Mantell was speaking about, you're not a Gundark, your ears are too small. Oh, yes. Okay, so let's see what we can do.
There. Better?
Well, that damage is already quite insane. Oh, what's this? Oh, Shank Shot. I now have Shank Shot. Oh, that's amazing. I really appreciate that. Okay, that's great. We can actually do some considerable shall we say, maneuvering with that, because that allows us to get behind our target, even while we are unstealthed, to use our backblast ability? Yes, backlast I was going to say. Oh yes, wonderful.
The way I see it, I'm the life of this party. You should be paying me. Tell you what, I'll take the Wookiee off your hands for free. I want you to join my crew.
Where do you plan to bunk him? I'll bet he snores like a busted pod racer engine.
We do not understand the value you place on this beast, but we will see to it he reaches your starship safely. We bid you farewell. It has been stimulating.
I'm sure it has. I'm sure it has been stimulating. And oh, is he? He's our next companion. Oh, that is amazing. He is our next companion. Okay, so what is he? Well, he's on heals right now, but I think he can probably be a tank. I think he's quite the tanky guy, don't you think? I mean, look at him. He's a very big stature of a Wookiee, isn't he? Well, anyway, I think we are done. I think we are done here on Nar Shaddaa, and the only thing that is remaining is, of course, transporting back to our ship and speaking to Risha. And that's the thing. I have no idea where we're going to go next. I have a feeling that we're probably going to have maybe a showdown with Skavak now, or maybe there's going to be a little bit of a detour, because usually with the class stories, they like to mix things up a little bit. They don't like to take you to planet to planet to planet to planet all the time. They like to take you to some ships. They like to take you to some space stations and stuff like that, and I very much appreciate that diversion. So, let's speak to Risha and see whether I am correct. We might just be heading to another planet, though.
Just in time. I installed that new engine for you. Want to take it for a spin?
Where did you learn to be a starship mechanic?
At my father's knee. He was the best. This prototype is really something. You'll find your ship is a lot more maneuverable. I noticed we have a new addition to the crew. Wookiees are always good for extra muscle. Is this one friendly?
His name's Bodar, and he's as sweet as they come.
Really? Because an angry Wookiee can come in handy. It's funny that a Hutt is helping us find Nock Drain's treasures. Nock used to terrify the cartel.
I didn't think Hutts feared anything.
They didn't, until they met Nock. 20 years ago, Nock single-handedly killed half the cartel members in a single night. No one ever figured out how he did it. The surviving cartel members gave Nock control over an entire galactic quadrant as a gesture of respect. The Hutts never took it back.
Who runs the territory now that Nock is dead?
The crime bosses who tried to take over all died under mysterious circumstances. We're closer than ever to finding Nock Drain's lost wealth, Captain. Let's keep up the chase, shall we? Someone's calling on the ship's holo. Probably a fan. Be a darling and tell them I'm out.
I suppose I will. I suppose I will be a darling and tell them that she's out. But thank you for the experience and the common data crystals, of course. And this is I think this is probably the first time we have gone to our ship's holo terminal, isn't it? Isn't it our first? Yeah, it is. I think it is the first time. Wow. Now that's quite the milestone, isn't it? We're already level 26, and the first time we're taking a look at our holo terminal. Wow.
This is Captain Phalara Raid, a free trader Celestial Crow. If anyone's out there, I need help.
I read you, Captain. What's the situation?
Ship's engines burned out, power cells fading, losing life support. Can't hold out much longer. I am drifting into a sun. I need help getting my engines going. I'll pay if you help with repairs.
I'll do it blindfolded, just for fun.
What? You're breaking up. Life support just failed. Transmitting my coordinates now. Please hurry.
Yeah, okay. So my response to that particular situation was probably not the best, was it? No, not the best. Okay, so I think what we're going to do, before we travel to the Celestial Crow, we're going to talk to Corso.
I found someone who knows my cousin Rona. He's a street doctor in Coruscant, kind of a shady character, but that's who Rona always drifted to. I think he really can get us to her, but...
If it gets you to your cousin, I'm in. Just tell me what I'm signing on for.
Thank you, Captain. After some of the stuff we've done. I'm just saying it'd have to be one ugly mission to be worth turning down a chance to see my cousin. Let's just go to Coruscant and hear this guy out.
And I think that is the first of Corso's companion missions, a mule out of water. And that is currently level 24, so we will be doing that soon, but not right now, obviously. And, I guess we should talk to Bodar as well, why not?
No one's gonna force you to risk your life in the ring again. Well, enjoy your freedom. I saved you the big bunk.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it? That is nice. We're onboarding Bodar there. He does have another conversation, but we are just going to go to the Celestial Crow now and see what's going on. If I can find my way around, this ship is a little bit of a maze for the most part, but yeah, we eventually found the pilot station, so where do we need to go? Ah, the distant outer rim. Well, how did I know? How did I know we were going to the distant outer rim? The starship Celestial Crow is a standard light freighter. The vessel's engines appear to be non-functional, leaving the ship drifting into the sun of an otherwise uninhabited star system. Well, I don't know why we're going to help, but I suppose we are, because that's just who we are. We're a nice guy, we're trying to help out, but I don't think there's always going to be something that is going on here. I have a feeling that this is probably going to be some evil genius that is trying to kill us, and she's just playing dumb, I guess.
Hate to be nosy, but is there some reason we're docking with a decrepit starship in the middle of nowhere?
We're here on a rescue mission.
And who's gonna rescue us if things go wrong? I won't tell you how to run your ship, but what am I supposed to do if you don't come back? Boarding another vessel in deep space is tricky. A million things can go wrong.
You know how careful I am.
When you're this far out in space, careful is beside the point. You're at least planning to take some muscle, right? You do have a Wookiee?
Didn't know you cared so much, sweetheart.
I just don't feel like getting stranded in deep space. Good luck over there. I hope you don't need it.
You know, I actually have to say that I really like Risha, and I really like her script and the way she is. I like her personality, and I think we're actually going to get on quite well. Hopefully we can continue our flirtations, but obviously she's deflecting most of them. But anyway, I think this is a good time to end this episode off here, and next time we are going to be boarding the Celestial Crow and seeing what's actually going on with that woman. So yeah, I'm kind of curious myself. So I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.